Moving on to the baseball player and MEAC Baseball Co-Player of the Week. He is a senior from, of all places, Hawaii. He's hitting .429 with 3 RBIs and a team high 6 stolen bases. The Eagles like to run the bases over there, and I have the manager on from time to time. I love to talk Orioles baseball, but I said, get me some of the players, get me some of the stars of the Eagles, and Caleb Duhay is here via Hawaii to West Baltimore at Coppin State. And Caleb, first things first, when you get introduced to me by Steve Kramer, your SID over there at Coppin, he said, this kid played for Hawaii in the Little League World Series. And then I bring it up with you, and you're like, man, that was a long time ago. How long ago was that for you, man?
Well, it'll be 10 years this summer, 2008, yeah. So definitely like 10 years. Man, time flies, you know.
Well, I guess for every kid playing ball, right? Like your parents say, one day you'll get a scholarship, one day you'll be able to go play baseball somewhere. How in the world did you wind up from Hawaii playing at Coppin State? I love to hear these recruiting stories.
Yeah, it was just it's kind of been a wild ride, to be honest. Like, so from out of high school, my freshman year, I went to this junior college in Arizona, Prescott, Arizona, called Yavapai College. And, you know, as the season went on, I learned, I didn't really like this place. It wasn't really for me. So I decided to go to another junior college in Santa Barbara for my sophomore year. And, you know, I kind of liked it there, and I was a pitcher there. And I was a pitcher only. And then, you know, it kind of came down to, like, the final, like games later in the year. I wasn't sure where I was going to go. But I got a call from Coppin State University from one of the recruiting coordinators. And, you know, they said that they like my stuff. They like what I'm doing right now, and they said they wanted me to play for them. So I was just like, oh wow, it's pretty cool. And I looked them up, and the first thing that crossed my mind was like, hey, Division I. You know, that's every kid's dream, every baseball player's dream of playing at the highest level. You know, and it was like, hey, why not? I'm gonna give this a shot. You know, it's all the way out in Baltimore, but I was never a guy to shy away from, you know, new experiences and new things.
Well, I would say every part of this would be different, right, than from what you were used to or even what you were doing out in Arizona, California, which maybe mirrors a little bit more of what you're used to in Hawaii. It's all a different life here for you, and I guess it really gives you an opportunity to focus on your education and focus on playing some baseball. I know one thing, we don't have Hawaiian weather going on here during baseball season. I mean, you know, there's no doubt about it for a guy like you coming all this way. The thing I always talk to your manager about is this is tough to play baseball in February and March around here.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, that was probably like the biggest adjustment for me coming from, like, you know, West Coast baseball to like here in the Northeast, you know, just getting acclimated to the weather, the cold, and, you know, it's April right now and it's still like a little chilly out, not exactly t-shirt weather, but, you know, I made that adjustment over like the past year, and, you know, I feel pretty comfortable now.
Well, anytime I can get a guy on here that plays the ukulele, I like to do that. Caleb Duhay is joining us here from Coppin State. He is a pitcher and an outfielder for Coppin State and has been stealing some bases, one of the MEAC players of the week. You're into the MEAC schedule right now. I mean, early in the year, you know, I was kidding, you know, your manager about moving around. I said, sure, take these guys down to Kentucky and North Carolina for these tournaments, try to get some games in. But you get a lot of home games now. You play your games right down at Joe Cannon Stadium, right there by Arundel Mills, and I know a lot of the visiting teams like to come in, but you're into this MEAC part of the schedule. You guys are winning a lot of baseball games right now.
Oh, yeah, we're doing something very special this year. I mean, you know, it's been a long time coming. You know, after kind of like a rough, disappointing year we had last year, this is like a really huge bounce back that we're having this year. And, you know, a lot of firsts this year. I'm very excited to see what happens next.
Well, it says here you like Hawaiian food, so I'm coming to your place for poke, man. I mean, I'm only going to trust you. Is there any spot here you would send me for real Hawaiian food that you have found, Baltimore, Washington, anywhere in the corridor?
I have not found anything here.
Well, I'll let you know. I'll send you a text when I find something, bro.
You let me know. You let me know if you find something.
Caleb Duhay, he is the MEAC Baseball Co-Player of the Week. You can learn more about everything they're doing in the games. Playing a bunch of games this week. I want to give a shout-out for their games as well. If you get a chance to get down and check them out, it's Joe Cannon Stadium down in Hanover, Mount St. Mary's on Wednesday, UMES on Saturday and Sunday. They just won a doubleheader last week. We'll be playing over Towson next week, too, so a little local thing going on, playing UMBC a little later on in the month down against the Dogs on the 18th of the month. Man, you guys play a lot of baseball. You use up a lot of pitching, don't you?
Yeah, definitely, and once it gets to probably this part of the season and later in the season, it starts to get a little taxing. But it's what we're built for, though. I mean, we train really hard in the fall. We still train and go in and out of the weight room, so we're all taking good care of our bodies and make sure that we're not hurting anything, and we're always prepared and ready for the next game.
Hey, get yourself ready for class. I appreciate you dropping by and saying hello. Keep it up out there on the diamond. Tell Sherm we said hello, all right?
All right, thank you.
Next time we get together, we'll talk about the Yankees, maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
Yes, sir.
You got it. Caleb Duhay joining us here from the Big Island out in Hawaii and making his way to the little island of Coppin State University on the west side of Baltimore. It's a great story there. You can check him out. CoppinStateSports.com. They got the rosters, the schedules, the coaches, all that cool stuff. We have Sherm Reed on from time to time. We'll talk a little Oriole baseball with him. He's kind of old school. He was listening to me before he was a Coppin State coach, so we always have fun around here talking baseball now that it is baseball season. Of course, Luke's on top of everything. If there's any breaking news at all, you'll get it first on the WNST Tech Service. That's all brought to you by Coons Ford of Security Boulevard. Our morning newspaper ships digitally to your email inbox each and every morning with all the highlights, everything that's going on around here. It's all brought to you by Planet Fitness at PlanetFitness.com. It also includes the Maryland Jockey Club entries for Laurel this weekend and coming up Preakness at Pimlico and the Black-Eyed Susan, the Pink Weekend, all the stuff we're going to be doing heading into May and the Triple Crown Series where the second stop stops here. Keep an eye on Justify and Bob Baffert. I got to call Baffert before the month's over, get him on here as well. Nasty at WNST.net finds me. I'm on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Snapchat, Instagram, streaming live on our Facebook, as well as our YouTube WNSTV channel. I am Nestor. We are WNST.net, AM 1570 and WNST Towson, Baltimore. And we never stop talking Baltimore sports.